Live from the McKay Broadcast Center at Cape Cod Community College. This is commercial free. 90.7 WKKL. WKKL. West Barnstable, Hyannis. Cape Cod's commercial-free alternative.
The views and opinions expressed during this broadcast do not necessarily reflect those of WKKL or Cape Cod Community College. Listener discretion is advised. This collaboration of radio DJs has come together to poke fun at each other and at society at large. So remember to have a good time and laugh along with us or at us. We're just having fun. Hello there, welcome to 90.7 WKKL. I am your friend Frosty.
I'm DJ Ponychan.
And I am Daquon Sugar.
Hello, Daquon Sugar. We got a guest in the studio. This is the WKKL Talk Block, and it is a very special episode because we have a guest.
Ta-da!
I know, this is cool. We have like never had a guest in here.
Yeah, for all of those who are hearing, they call me Brown Sugar.
Wait, do they really call you that?
No.
I mean, someone at work told me that they called you that.
Well, I mean, I started telling people they call me that so much that they actually started calling me it. So it's like... now
Brown
it's just
Sugar.
It's a trend.
It's a trendy name, Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar.
No, it's Sugar.
Sugar.
Brown Sugar. I mean, do you like just walk up to a group of females and go, "Hey, ladies, Brown Sugar here"?
Actually...
and they all go like, "Oh my gosh, oh wow."
No, actually, I have came up with quite a few pickup lines with my last name. I'd be like, I'm Mr. Sugar. I want you to be my Mrs. Sugar. If we ever have babies, our babies' names would be Maple Sugar, Maple Brown Sugar.
That is great. Okay, see, that's the beauty of having a name like that, because you can play with it, and you know you're lucky in a way. But you know,
blessed, so to say.
But at work, I mean, do people just call out, "Hey, Sugar"?
Well, I mean, I'm used to it because like I did ROTC, and I did ROTC when I was younger. So you know, like the military style, they call you by your last names, and so it was pretty natural to me. So
there was this joke I read online where a drill sergeant is going through all of his new recruits, and he gets down to the last one, and the last one refuses to give his last name. And when the drill sergeant demands why, he says, "Because my last name is Dancer." You would have to call him Private Dancer. So, that's funny. All right, so, Sugar, why don't you tell the audience about yourself a little bit?
Well, I moved up here from Florida. I've always been big on the theater and performing arts. I love to sing. I like to dance. For those of you who love Instagram, follow me on Instagram, InstaSweet with 3 E's.
InstaSweet. Going with the Sugar theme.
Fricka, fricka, fricka.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
Boom, boom, yeah, that's...
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, we could really come up with something here. I think if all three of us put our heads together during the break, I'm sure we could come up with something.
When I was younger and people would say put your heads together, I'd always thought people were smashing their heads into each other.
That sounds painful. We're not dinosaurs. We can't do that.
When I first moved up here from Florida, when people would play basketball, they say heads when the ball was coming your way. I thought it was an actual head coming, like being thrown or something. I didn't understand.
Just like the band Bowling for Soup, I used to think it was people literally bowling because they wanted soup.
I never figured out the actual meaning behind their band name, but it's one of those things that I think I can go on in life without knowing it. I mean, I love them, but it doesn't keep me up at night. Like,
yeah.
Why do they call themselves that? Okay, all right, so I think we should get ourselves underway. Everyone is situated, nice and happy. All right, let's bring out the first topic, and this is going to be something kind of pointless. So...
Yay for pointless topics.
Yay for pointless topics. All right, the newest flavor of Oreo has hit the stores.
I don't know what it is.
The latest, and this is like, I don't know, they got like 25 flavors. I was checking earlier, I lost count. They have grown. I remember, 25. I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe I'm saying this. When I was a kid, Oreos were chocolate and vanilla. You know, the vanilla cream and the chocolate cookie, and that was it. Then they got crazy. So they have just released, and it is in stores now, cinnamon bun Oreos.
Not sure
That
how I
sounds
feel about that.
delicious.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what is the cookie cinnamon flavored, and the icing supposed to taste like?
Doesn't sound very tasty to
Oh
me.
no, that just sounds great to me. Like, I don't know why. Just
It's a cinnamon bun cookie, but it's an Oreo flavor. Who was sitting around one day and said, "Okay, everyone, put your heads together." There's that. Put your heads together, and let's come up with a brand new flavor that will rock the world. And I know, cinnamon bun Oreos. Whose idea was this?
I don't know.
well, I mean, whose idea was it for bacon flavored? You know, everything pretty much.
You know that they have bacon flavored Lay's. I got some in my cupboard back at home.
I have a confession.
Oh,
I
gosh.
don't like bacon.
What?
I don't like bacon.
Oh, unclean, impure.
Well, I like
Make the sign of the cross.
I like certain bacon, but not
There's
all
turkey
of it.
bacon. It's actually really delicious.
I don't eat turkeys.
Gobble gobble, oink oink.
I like turkeys. I don't want to hurt them.
Aw.
We have turkeys that walk around this campus. They look delicious.
Not to me. I always try to feed them. Like once I fed them, I had cookie crumbs, so I gave them cookie crumbs, and they all followed me around.
Well, I mean, if you think that of those turkeys, when I lived in Florida, man, the chickens used to wake us up at 4:00 in the morning. So you probably would have had each and every single one for dinner by the end of the year.
Absolutely. I love chicken fingers.
I like the bacon at Uno's, but that's about it.
Oh, I miss Uno's. But, come on, how can you not like bacon?
I don't know. When I was younger, I used to eat it, and it felt like it was scratching my throat. So
Well, did you swallow it whole?
no, I just never really liked the taste. It
Like
tasted
Scooby-Doo?
smoky. Something like that.
Just like
Yeah. Didn't Scooby-Doo, unhinge his jaw, open his mouth and
Shaggy, they would just
put a giant sandwich in his mouth and go,
just throw it in there. Yeah.
which would be physically impossible. And, I'm sure some kid was watching the cartoon, was grab the corner of his mouth, okay, pull. And, Hanna-Barbera causes another childhood injury.
Yes. Forever their jaw is stuck.
They do have a bacon Oreo.
Ew.
I think, anyway. I saw it online, which means it could possibly not be true. Because, oh my gosh, if you see it online, it must be true. No, it must not be, but I've seen pictures of it.
I
Bacon
got
Oreos.
stuck on the cartoon idea, and imagine for cartoons if they had before the cartoon, the actual cartoon, at the beginning of a show it says kids do not try this at home.
Kids, don't try this at home, and don't be stupid. Kids, don't be stupid.
Just like when I used to watch Power Rangers and it always popped up. Kids, don't try this at home, but I always imitated the Power Rangers.
Oh, think of how many broken windows and pieces of furniture are responsible. Is Power Rangers responsible for?
Probably.
And broken bones on siblings.
I used to rent the Power Rangers tape, which would show you how all the Power Rangers do their moves, and I would start copying them.
I used to when Spider-Man first came out, the first one with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as that came out, I was 5 years old, and then as soon as we left the theater, I just started jumping all over the place,
Swing from building to building. Whee!
Did you try climbing up the walls?
Well, it inspired me to do ballet for a little bit. I did ballet for about a year and dance and stuff, and I used to watch Samurai Jack. I don't know if you
I
guys.
love Samurai
Samurai
Jack. I
Gotta be
loved it
back.
so
Jinx, you owe me a
much.
soda.
Back to the fat
No.
Samurai Jack. Watch out.
They're bringing it back, and I'm excited for that.
Okay, wow. Okay, while we were talking, I was looking something up. They have an outstanding amount of Oreo flavors I'm looking over, including some that are only available in other countries of the world. So I'm going to go through this now because this is just too weird not to share. The newest one that was released this year was Cinnamon Bun, S'mores,
Yum.
Red Velvet, Marshmallow Crispy, Pumpkin Spice, Fruit Punch.
Oh yeah.
There's a Fruit Punch Root Beer Float, Caramel Apple, Back to School. Somebody enlighten me on what Back to School tastes like. Teachers?
Now it tastes like pencils.
Pencil
papers.
shavings.
Or maybe the lunch from
Hopes and dreams.
Hopefully it doesn't taste like the lunch from school,
Mystery meat.
School lunch.
Mega Stuff Chocolate. Heads or Tails Mega Stuff. Heads or Tails Banana Split. I have a feeling that they were running out of ideas that year. Strawberries and cream. Watermelon. There's a watermelon Oreo.
I like the sound of that.
Birthday cake. NASCAR.
NASCAR Oreo?
What does a NASCAR Oreo taste like?
Maybe like oil,
Tastes like
gas,
car fuel.
Shattered dreams.
tires.
Mainly because my dad and I used... Well, my dad still watches it, but I don't really anymore. But I used to love NASCAR.
Football. Pigskin.
Tastes like pig skin and
Wait, are
sweat.
these actual ideas?
No,
or your-
these are actual flavors of Oreos. I'm running down the list.
Oh my goodness.
Winter.
It tastes cold.
Halloween. It tastes haunted.
Woo!
Ice cream rainbow sherbet. Ew. DQ Blizzard, candy corn, candy cane, American cream, lemon twist, and now we've reached our flavors from around the world version. China has Oreo wafers, orange and mango and raspberry and blueberry cream, and green tea.
Hey, China, send us some of your delicious Oreos.
Indonesia has blueberry,
Oh yes.
golden vanilla, and Argentina has Oreo X3, pronounced Portres. Features 3 layers of cookie and 2 layers of cream.
Oh,
See, this is why I want to travel around the world. There's all sorts of different types of foods and flavors that.
But mostly Oreos.
how come we can't have those?
Oh my gosh, listen to this. Oreo Duo features a layer of cream featuring 2 complementary half and half flavors, strawberry and vanilla, or banana and dulce de leche.
Interesting.
And now the Mexican flavors, white fudge, dark fudge, double stuff, cookies and cream, and trio chocolate. 3 different chocolates in the same Oreo.
I thought they were gonna say something like nachos, tacos.
I mean,
How would you make a taco Oreo?
I don't know.
oh, that'd be
Stuff it
good.
with jalapeno and cheese.
It'd be too hot then.
Maybe beef. You know.
Ooh, beef Oreos
Beef
would be great.
Oreo.
Oreos.
Okay, so I didn't see bacon on that list, but we did see football. So maybe footballs, they're pigs. Maybe it tastes like pork. This is just wrong.
I say it tastes like pigskin, sweat, and tears.
Oh. That's just
like the sad,
right.
sad tears New England cried when we lost to the Broncos. Oh, this is going to be a year I'm never going to forget.
But then again, so would back to school. That would also taste like tears and broken dreams and sadness.
And also schnapps the teachers are drinking because they
Ugh.
don't want to face another year.
Speaking of all the Oreo flavors, how many different flavors of Lay's are there?
Ooh, wow. Okay, you know what? I'm going to
I
must
just
consult the computer.
I see so many different sorts of Lay's on the Facebook and Instagram. I mean, I'm not sure if they're made up, like Kush and Hennessy, all sorts of stuff.
Not to use an overused internet meme, but over 9,000!
No, I actually have I have 2 favorites of those weird flavors: garlic bread and bacon mac and cheese.
What?
I know they're good. They're actually good.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let me ask the internet.
I'm not eating the bacon ones.
Maybe they should have like a Italian flavor. Do they have Italian flavored Lay's? Like
Meatball flavored Lay's with spaghetti.
204
204.
Lay's potato chip flavors from around the world, and they have a 20 worst. And okay, there's got to be a list here of just horrifying things.
I wonder if they've done this with Cheez-Its too, and ramen noodles.
Oh, they've got like every flavor of Cheez-It. And can you imagine Pop-Tarts? Bacon-filled Pop-Tarts.
Ew.
That'd just be horrible.
Filled with the like ground up bacon, so it's like a jelly. And
Football flavored Pop Tarts.
well, again, it would taste like tears.
What would basketball flavored Pop Tarts be like?
Rubber.
Squeaky shoes.
True.
Tall people.
How do tall people taste?
I don't know. I'm short.
Like Slim Jims.
Slim Jims. I actually like Slim Jims. I tried them once on a plane.
All right, we're gonna take our first music break. Thank you for listening. This is WKKL.
Let me light up the sky, light it up for you. Let me tell you why I would die for you.
Welcome back to the WKKL Talk Block on 90.7 WKKL. I am your friend Frosty.
I'm DJ Ponychan, busy dancing to this opening music.
And I'm Daquon Sugar, but they call me Brown Sugar.
I'm never going to get over that. That is great. You were so lucky to have that name.
Thanks.
So let's move right along. We were disgusting ourselves with the various flavors of things that should not have any business being any other flavor than what they are. Food, you are wonderful the way you are. Why would you change yourself?
NASCAR Oreos.
Oh, gosh. Why would you change yourself? Be you. Don't be, freaking NASCAR and Halloween
And bacon-flavored lipstick.
They have that, don't they?
Yes.
I'm 100% certain they have that.
And vinegar mac and cheese.
Oh, boy. Okay, before my stomach does something in this very tiny room that the two of you will not appreciate, I say we move on.
Ew.
Okay, so let's move on to Ponychan. Ponychan, our next topic, if you please.
Craziest things we've ever done as kids.
Life. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase that. My life. Done.
You need to have a specific example.
Oh, wow. That is going to take me a minute to think up. You better go first.
Let's see. Craziest thing I ever did. When I was younger, I thought I could race the stairs. I thought the stairs were alive, so I decided to race the stairs. Lo and behold, that didn't work, jumping down the stairs, because then I ended up in the emergency room.
Oh.
How many toes broken?
I didn't break anything. I just sprained an ankle.
How old were you?
Like 5.5.
Oh. Ow.
And then for some reason...
But did you win?
I don't know. To this day, I still don't know. And then for some reason, when I was a kid, I was pretending I had a pet shop, and I pretended this guy came in with a cigarette and set it on fire. And then I run upstairs to my mom, and I'm like, Mom, some guy came in with a cigarette, and he lit a fire. Can you help me clean up the dead bodies?
Your childhood was dark,
I
lady.
know.
Oh, let me tell you guys a story.
Okay, let's hear it.
When I was a child, I was about 3 years old. My aunties were watching me, and I ran outside naked, riding on my bike. So they ran after me.
How old was this?
I was 3.
Okay, 3. There we go.
I ran outside naked, and they ran after me, and I ran back inside, and I locked them outside.
You little terror.
But yes, they had to go to the neighbor's house and call my mother. And they had to convince me to open the door. And also, yeah, I mean, I was a really mischievous little kid, but I knew what I was doing, because there was one point where my auntie, she wasn't a very good auntie. Like, she was one
She's
of the
probably
mischievous,
listening right now and getting ready to kill you.
That's fine. One of the mischievous aunties, and I threw a bottle at her head. It wasn't like a bottle, a hard bottle, but look, I looked one way, and it was either a ball or a bottle. I can't remember exactly at this moment, but I looked one way and threw it the other way, and like no one knew that I was gonna throw it because I was looking the exact opposite way. It was like snake eyes.
They must have been real mad.
I mean, yeah, but it was kind of like a revenge sort of thing, because I was like in constant revenge with my aunties when I was little. They were around the same. They were only like 5 years older than me.
But why were you throwing stuff at them?
I was a very mischievous little kid.
This explains why you're in such excellent shape. You spent your early years running from these angry women.
Yeah, my mom, she came home then, and then I got a little whipping. But that's how you learn down south, you know.
Mm.
I know. I think it's pretty universal. My mother has informed me that she's tuning in to my show at last. So I should be very careful about what I say. Also, her lawyer will probably appear on the front steps of the station
Hi,
any
Frosty's
moment.
mom.
But
Hey.
she's finally listening to this one, so I gotta pick my words carefully.
Moms.
There were times throughout my youth when my behavior was out of line and I had to be corrected. That is all I'm going to say, Mom. That is all I'm going to say. So stop looking at the stop looking at the radio with that look you do when your eyebrows pinch together. You're doing it now. I can see her right now. She's doing it. And she's probably getting in her car and heading towards the gate now.
Give us more examples, stories.
Oh, wait. That's right. It is my turn now.
Yeah.
Okay. The stupidest thing I ever did. I was a kid.
Stupidest or crazy?
Again, this doesn't narrow it down. I was a really freaking goody two-shoes until I was 15, and then, this big thing happened in my life. I'm not going to tell you about that. That's another story for a whole nother day. But then after that, I did a complete flip, and that's when the hair went all the way up, and that's when the guy liner and the big combat boots and just constant anger and all the fights. That's when that started. So I'm trying to limit this to when I was, quote, sweet. Oh gosh, this still isn't narrowing it down.
Well, I wanted to say, you mentioned when I was younger, I was probably in shape from running from angry women, but no. When I was little, this isn't a very crazy story, but I used to run.
It's okay. Stall for time.
I do a cartwheel to about 30 backflips in a row.
So, wow.
Yeah, I was a really hyper child.
I can't even do any cartwheels. I can barely do a forward somersault.
I can do those. Those are fun.
Yeah,
I love doing them over and over in a row, especially in a field, until you feel like you're just gonna yak.
I like rolling down hills.
I can only
I miss that.
I can do sideways somersaults.
If you
like
ever see a
crashing
dude
wall.
rolling down a hill this summer in Cape Cod, that might be me.
One of my, I had a first date years ago, and it went so well that I, turned a cartwheel in the parking lot. I didn't realize that the date turned around and spotted me doing this, so I probably looked insane. I got a whole lot of flack about that later. Like, did you turn a cartwheel? I was like, no, that couldn't have been me. All right, there's got to be something.
If you need extra time, I'll go again.
Go again, please.
Okay, I was at the beach with my mom a long time ago. I think.
How long ago was it?
I think I was like 4 or something. And I was playing with this other kid. I don't know who she was, just some random kid. And that kid's father comes up and says, "Where's your mom, little girl?" And I go, "I don't have one." And my mother is like 3 feet away, and she goes, "Ponychan." And I'm like, "Oh, there she is."
Dang.
You should have run towards her. Mommy, you've come back from the store. You finally got the cigarettes.
I was a slightly evil child when I was little. My role model was Angelica Pickles from Rugrats.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yep.
Well, you live and you learn. When I was younger, my mother used to have one of those like monkey leashes on me.
No.
Oh.
Did she play circus music and make you dance for money?
No, not at all. But like somehow I happened to actually get away, and she was in the store, and I ran away to another store, and she found me in the toy section.
Well, at least you were at the toy section. The place where you could be found.
That's true.
That is true. I mean, it's not like you ran and jumped on a bus or something.
Oh.
All right. I've got one.
Yay.
Okay, so there were these woods, and calling them woods, it really isn't accurate. I used to live in the Burlington area, and we're always told, whatever you do, stay out of the woods around there. And there was a school that I went to, a Christian elementary school. It was during the winter, and they told everyone, make sure you're not on your sleds after a certain time, because there's snow everywhere. Make sure you line up so we can head count and get you all back in the building. We don't want anyone getting lost. And I figured, I have time for one more ride, and, I'm short. Back then I was shorter. The plight. Stop smiling, you
Is that
tall
wrong
person.
with being short?
You're like 9 feet tall.
You can fit in spaces like in cabinet, in the kitchens that I can't fit in.
I can walk under counters without ducking.
I'm shorter than both of you guys, so I'm little.
Shrimp.
Honey,
I'm
I
little.
Shrunk the Kids.
Okay, but my point is that I jumped on my sled for one more ride, and I accidentally went a little too far because we dug this kind of hill, piles of snow, and I kept going on the sled, and I went right over an embankment and down into the woods, and I tried to climb back up, but because I was so short, I couldn't.
Oh.
So I was trapped there for... he's laughing. He's pointing and laughing. I was trapped there, and the whole school got turned inside out. They were looking all through the school for me, and there I am, stuck outside. All the other children have gone inside. The teachers have gone inside, and I'm still trying to climb up this little embankment. And behind me is nothing but the big, scary woods and trees, and in front of me is just a wall of snow, and I literally had to, listen for my calls, and they had to come out with a ladder to come over and get me because I was short. And I got in trouble for this because, you know, you were so small. What were you doing over there alone on your sled? Like, I'm sorry. God decided I don't get my growth spurt.
Well, you sounded courageous when you were younger.
I wasn't courageous. I was incredibly stupid. I was incredibly stupid. I did a lot of stupid things. We all do stupid things. And
That's how we learned.
who says I learned? I had fun. Who said I learned?
Well, I don't think now I would, like, if I was being watched by, not being watched, but if I was in the presence of my aunties, I wouldn't run outside naked, lock them outside. And,
Oh, yeah. Nowadays, that would be considered crazy and possibly a felony.
most definitely.
Yeah.
That's sort of like when I was younger. I had this little Barbie bike. My dad was trying to teach me.
It was
how
pink
to-
and had tassels, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
And a little bell, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
And a basket.
Yes, it did.
You were a girl.
So what? Anyway, while my dad let me go ahead, and I slipped on, I guess, a pile of sand. I swung the handlebars sideways, went flying over the handlebars, and went face first into the pavement.
Oh.
And so my dad scoops me up and runs me home to like, her nose is broken, her nose is broken. My brother's like, oh no, she's fine. And I'm just sitting there screaming.
Oh, are we talking about craziest accidents as a kid?
Okay, now I got one of those.
Because you know, like how there's when you're walking in the street, and what are those things called? They have them in the middle of the street all the time. And like New York.
Pedestrians.
No, not those.
Crosswalk?
Turkeys.
It goes inside of the sewer. But it's like
Manhole?
usually yes, a manhole.
There we go.
There was no lid on the manhole.
Oh, no. You're
Yeah.
not going to go
Fell
work.
in?
Almost.
Ooh.
Because I was walking with my uncle, and at the time I was about 7 years old, 7 or 8. I don't even know how I did this, but I wasn't paying attention, and one foot fell in. I almost fell in, but I caught myself with both of my arms.
Oh, that must have
Right.
been painful.
Yeah, it did hurt. I had like scrapes on the side of my torso, but yeah,
Ouch.
it was. But I was just happy that I didn't fall in, you know, because I've heard those things are about 8 feet deep, 9 feet, 10.
They're pretty deep. They got ladders to get down there. I mean,
Oh, they
big,
do?
long ladders.
Oh,
But yeah, those are pretty deep. And yeah, if we are talking about injuries, I've got one. I was at this camp many years ago, and it was nice because Kings and Queens Court, I don't remember where it was, but it was obviously in New England because I live here.
Sounds like a medieval camp.
Not really. But they had what was really cool for this place, an actual water slide. And I'm talking just one of those rinky-dink things where you climb up a ladder and you go down the little blue plastic thing into a pool. Talking about an actual water park-like water slide with twists and turns, big
Oh,
yellow
come
one that went all the way
on.
up to the top.
How
And
come I didn't have this camp?
I don't know. What happened, though, is that I don't know why this happened, but I came down the slide, and my father had gone down before me, and the water stopped. No, wait, sorry. I went down first. The water stopped. And if the water stops, you're supposed to keep going, but I was stuck like halfway down the slide. And my father then comes down, and I wind up sitting in his lap, and we're just stuck there. We're trying to push, and all of a sudden, this other kid comes flying down because I didn't have the sense to move and rams into my father's back and puts him out of commission for the rest of the trip. And
dang.
yeah, and then, all three of us in this kind of tangled, painful knot wound up coming down the slide and splashing into the pool.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was not good.
Ugh.
And to this day, every time I get on a water slide, I think of dear old dad. I'm like, okay, just keep going, whatever you do. Do not put your arms out like last time. Because I was wondering, what will happen if I put my arms out? And it must have activated a sensor or something because the water stopped. Ugh.
Yeah, all this talk about fatality reminds me of my
Video games.
mortality.
Since when did we talk about fatality?
Just now.
We were talking about
Fatality.
injuries. Fatality is like death.
Come on, give us your injury.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, you did. The face thing.
Oh,
And it's
and
with the
then-
manhole thing.
And then when I was younger, I thought it would be really stupid to try and scare my friend. So I jumped behind him, and he punched me square in the nose.
Okay, let me get this straight. You thought it would be stupid, but you did it anyway.
I was 8. I was a weird kid.
I've gathered that. You were also dark because you said your mother was dead.
I don't know if I said if she was dead or if she wasn't there. I can't.
No. It was that you had a pet shop, that was burned down by an invisible arsonist.
Yes.
And you needed help cleaning up the dead pets.
Yep. And I also had two little doll houses. The Reagans and the Bushes.
The what? Oh my.
I'm not kidding. Reagans and the Bushes.
The more I'm learning about you, the more we're pulling out of this Pandora's box, the more I'm thinking we should put the lid back on.
And I was obsessed with Bill Clinton for some reason when I was little.
Because he was dreamy.
No, I just for some reason, my mother told me this every time he'd come on the TV. I'd stop whatever I was doing. I was like 2 or 3. I'd sit and I'd watch his speech, and then as soon as he was done, I'd walk away.
I was obsessed with WWE.
I was obsessed with ECW.
Oh yeah, Raw.
Raw.
Undertaker is my favorite wrestler. Well,
Oh no, Kane.
Before Eddie Guerrero, but he died.
You guys would choose like the two brothers. I used to like Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio was kind of cool. But of course, everyone knows who is, taking over everything now. John Cena!
Da, 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 da.
Wait, no, I thought it was Triple H.
Oh, him too.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero was still awesome.
He was. All right, we're going to take another music break. Stay with us. This is WKKL.
Ain't it fun living in the real world? Ain't it good being all alone?
Welcome back to the WKKL Talk Block on 90.7 WKKL. I am your friend Frosty.
I'm DJ Ponychan.
And I'm Brown Sugar.
I like it. We're just going to call you that from now on.
That makes me hungry.
For all the wrong reasons, though. Okay, I said that, but you were supposed to say no. You considered it.
I don't get it.
We're just going to keep it that way. Move on. Welcome back, everyone. All right. We move on to Brown Sugar. Brown Sugar, your turn.
My turn for
The topic.
the topic.
Yes. I mean, I got something.
Let's see. What is something that you've dreamed about being as a little kid? You know how we all have these dreams as little kids, and we grow up and we're like, oh, like halfway there, you're like, I can't do that. That'd be ridiculous. It's
Oh,
not
easy, President.
realistic.
Writer.
Oh, I'm going to be that. I am that. But I was going to be president.
You're gonna be the president.
Oh, of course.
You should be the president. You'd make a good president.
Yes, I would be amazing. It's just, I was not born in this country, so I'm not eligible.
Ah. Well, you can take my spot.
Wait, you wasn't?
And Kaylin can't because she has no grammar control.
You weren't? Okay, there.
No, I was not born in this country. My mother is Colombian.
Oh.
And my father, well, never mind that, but I was adopted and brought here.
Oh.
And I'm just going to say this now because this is the most insulting question I always get whenever I mention that, I am part Colombian. No, I have no cartel ties. It's not even a joke. It's the first thing that pops out of people's mouths. It's like, oh, so what are you? Oh, well, my mother was Colombian. Oh, so, and then I get some, really.
So if I need some extra help with making some money.
No. Don't even complete this. Don't even complete that statement. I have heard every version. I don't want to hear them now. Okay, but yes, there it is. I wanted to be president of the United States. I wanted to be the chief muckety muck because I wanted to, I wanted to sit in the Oval Office and tell everyone to do stuff and make them all do it. That's what I wanted. That's what little Frosty wanted out of life.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
And I'll never get it now.
growing up as a brown-skinned man, people would always tell me, you should be a basketball player. You're tall. Like you should be a football player. But I've just always wanted to be a performing artist, Like just
You still got a chance.
That's true, Like
I mean, what are you, 12? You've still got your life ahead of you.
No, my birthday was last Sunday. I was born on my mother's birthday, and I turned the big 20, guys.
Oh, poor thing.
I'm 3 years older than you.
Oh, okay.
I was at work, and I mentioned to another coworker who said he's just about to turn 45. Said, oh, well, I'm going to be turning 30 soon. He looks at me and says, bleep you. Except he didn't say bleep. Because to him, I'm still young.
Yes, for the 1,000,000th time, 30 is not old. It's not.
No, I don't think so.
I think there are a lot of people out there
There's
looking
a
at
lot
the
of-
radios going, oh, well.
There's a lot of different beliefs when it comes to the age you are, you know? I mean, I think as long as you stay active, that's what it's about. As long as you can breathe properly.
To me, 100
I have
is
asthma.
old. To me, 100 is old.
I knew some 100-year-old people. Very nice.
That's how old I want to live to be, like 106.
110.
Are we really competing over
No,
this?
111.
100 and... Okay,
132.
Okay, so fine, that's it. It's an age off. Everyone, we are going to sit here and watch Ponychan and Brown Sugar get old, and the first one to die loses.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so let's observe a moment of silence.
Wait, so if they like freeze my body, does that count? Like,
The judges must convene. Nope, sorry, violation of the rules. You just have to live and die naturally. Okay, and you'll get to leave the building and go live your lives normally, but you'll have to check in, and I'll have to make sure that each one of you is alive at some point. No, so if I don't see you, I'll assume you're dead and you've lost the bet.
sounds good.
That sounds really ominous.
Very random.
Okay, what did you want to be?
Well, at first I thought I wanted to be a doctor, but I realized I'm a germaphobe, so that's not going to work.
Oh, that is so true.
Then I thought, oh, I'm going to be a writer, because I used to write stories when I was little. And then I found out I'm going to be a radio DJ.
When's that going to happen?
Hey! That's not funny.
I know, you just left me
Okay,
open.
I'm gonna
though.
be completely honest with you guys.
You are a good DJ, though.
Yay.
When I was younger, I wanted to be Batman.
You wanted to
Shoot
be
for the
Batman?
stars, man. Forget president. That's what everyone should be.
I'm Batman.
Or like,
No, I'm Batman.
Oh, my lord.
I know, I'm good.
that's pretty cool.
Come on, keep going. Let's hear it.
Or I mean, like, you know, like how like there's a Terminator. Like I've always wanted to be the Black Terminator. Like, you know.
The Black Terminator.
Da-da-da-da-da. I don't know how the one goes.
Yeah, what is the theme song for that movie? Forget it. Not important. So you wanted to be Batman or the Terminator. And I can see those are some, really good choices. I can see, well, think of it this way. If you're Batman, you're Bruce Wayne, which means you're a multimillionaire.
A billionaire.
A trillionaire.
A cajillionaire. A bazillionaire.
Does it go any higher than that?
I don't know if it goes any higher than that. I mean, you'd have money, you'd have a giant house, you'd have a butler who keeps all your secrets, and you'd have all those cars. Plus, you'd have to show up at all these big publicity events and act so bored, like, oh, another publicity event. I have to give all of my money to this charity. Hey, has anyone heard about Batman? I've never been in the same room with him, but I hear he's a great guy.
All I can think of is like the butler being like, would you like some more caviar, Mr. Batman?
Yeah, your life would be terrible. Be Batman.
I mean, it couldn't be that terrible. You get to fly and, you get to drive this cool Batmobile.
A
and
car, yeah.
But
All
then
the
the
chicks
Joker
would
would
dig
always
it.
be after you.
Because, the tight outfit with the little ears on it.
And with the cape, you just swool
Ladies dig the cape.
around, like, maybe you could go to a dance or something with a bat suit on. And
On Halloween, maybe.
Actually, I believe, strangely enough, this is totally unlike me, but I think I wanted to be a ballerina princess for a short
it's
time.
so cool.
Kaylin was a girl when she was young.
So what?
No, it's
I
just
mean,
you were
that's-
mentioning you had the dollhouses and the bikes, and now you wanted to be a ballerina
That's
princess.
awesome, though, because when I was younger, my mother, she used to put on ballet shows for us while she cooked chicken and stuff.
Aw.
I mean, not just chicken. She'd cook everything else, but, I like chicken, so.
Everyone loves chicken.
Should she be doing like Swan Lake dances?
Swan Lake, Romeo and Juliet,
I
pretty
still
cool.
want to do ballet, but I'm too old.
No, nobody's too old to do ballet. That doesn't make sense. You can move around, so, I mean, as long as you can move and you can breathe, you can do ballet.
I want to do gymnastics for some reason. My parents think I'm too old for it.
Okay,
First, you got to learn how to do a cartwheel.
Yeah. Frosty's going to have to teach me how to do a cartwheel because I don't know how.
Oh,
I'll
I
fall
don't
down
do-
on my face.
I don't do those anymore. But I am going to reveal one thing that my parents did have me in dance classes when I was young.
Oh, that's awesome.
And, it was, like preschool ballet or whatever they called it. But I wish I'd stuck with it because, dancers now, you look, there's like 50 shows on television all about dancers, and dancers are in high demand for everything, and they have such interesting lives, and they got magazines all about them, and, you turn on an advertisement, there's a dancer in the front, and he just got paid 10 grand for dance for 30 lousy seconds, and everyone wants dancers for everything, and they can pull off these amazing moves, and everyone says, man, I wish I could do that. So, I didn't last very long because I didn't like it, and I fought my parents the entire way, and they took me out.
And
I wish I'd stuck with it.
And the fame's not the only reason why they really do it. I mean, a genuine dancer is gonna tell you that it's like really about that experience, those moments that they're having while doing what they're doing, showing off. You know what I mean? Being able to express themselves in that way.
I used to do karate. I was almost a green belt.
Hiya!
Yep. Except then they introduced sparring, and I got
Black
scared.
belt.
You're a black belt?
Not anymore. Like
Oh.
60 pounds ago, baby.
I mean, once in a while I read a book. It's called Tai Chi. So yeah.
It's good to focus yourself.
It was until they introduced sparring that I was fine, but once they did sparring, I got scared and cried.
There was this one time I was running towards a punching bag, but I ran too fast because the previous guy, we were doing flying jump kicks. Previous guy had hit the bag and it was swinging, and I didn't wait for it to stop. I ran towards it, and remember I was small? It hit me in midair, and I went flying into the wall.
Whee! Look out for the flying Frosty.
It was actually probably funny. I wish someone had got it on tape. I could have won a lot of money on America's Funniest Home Videos. Or, if I'd saved it, I could make it a Vine now.
I could just imagine like a cartoon, like sort of in a cartoon way. You're stuck in the wall, like get me out of here.
My little feet kicking, my body like stuck in the wall,
Like,
in a
"Can someone
perfectly
get me
Frosty-shaped hole in the wall. Oh yes.
I mean, I didn't get into much defense classes when I was younger, but I lived in Florida, so you had to learn how to defend yourself. There was a fight every single day at school. Actually, not just one, but many.
Why?
There just was. I mean, it was Florida, so you fought someone, and you only got suspended for 3 days, and you went back to school like it was nothing. So.
I never got into fights except for this one time that I was following these older kids around and I just wanted to hang out with them. And some fourth grader, I was like in first grade, and he socked me in the stomach.
Jerk.
That was the closest I've gotten to a fight.
Like I told you, I was always getting into fights, but I usually.
Really? I want to hear this.
Oh no. I don't want to go into these
Come on,
details.
let's hear the one good fight
Please,
that you
one
were in as
story.
a kid. I know, even if you saw.
Oh, no,
it
no,
in
seriously,
school, even if you saw a fight in school, what was the craziest school fight that you've seen?
Oh well, it wasn't that that one. Oh, that was a mean kid who he was beating another kid with a metal chair in the cafeteria.
Dang.
Yeah,
Yikes.
that was a pretty bad one. No, but mine was, I used to wear, well, I still do wear a lot of heavy boots, and this one kid tried to trip me, thought it was funny, so I just, I may have stomped down intentionally really hard with my heel on his ankle as he tried to trip me, and then just kept walking even after I heard a pop.
Dang.
Oh,
And then pretended that I tripped.
brutal.
I saw this one crazy fight when I was like right before I got out of high school. And this girl, she like grabbed the girl's hair. It was in the cafeteria, and she like hopped up on the table and was like, like throwing her arm up in the air, and then like hopped back down off the table with the girl's hair still in her.
What was her
hair.
name?
I don't know the girl's name, but like she like grabbed her hair, it was still on her on the table and stuff, like threw her. The teacher tried to jump in, she threw the teacher out the way, and still
Was like they're like a semicircle of people around, like go get it, get stupid.
Yeah,
Oh
it was
my
just.
gosh.
It reminds me of this this video that was trending about like a few years ago. They'd be like, Sharkeisha, no, and then she like punched the girl. It was like, no, like Sharkeisha, that was her name, Sharkeisha.
Wow,
But
there are some weird videos out
Oh
there.
my god, that was like the first high school fight I've ever witnessed. I was on a bus and these two girls got off at the bus stop. All of a sudden, they started beating on each other. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen.
There was a really big fight outside a funeral home.
Aye.
I don't know what was happening, but I was pulling into a Stop and Shop. There was a funeral home across the street, and people were like hitting each other with. There was a woman hitting another woman in the head with a crutch, and people were just screaming and yelling. And I heard someone screaming, "You killed my son!" I just turned and it's like, okay, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
I really don't need those green peppers after all.
I bet you if we all did ballet, there would be no fighting.
Just, oh no, there would be. It would just all be, West Side Story type of fighting.
They'd all just be dancing around instead.
All right, we're going to take one last music break. This is WKKL.
Somebody tell me where's it gonna end? Where's it gonna end? Oh, run it, oh.
Welcome back to WKKL. This is the WKKL Talk Block. I'm your friend Frosty.
I'm DJ Ponychan.
And I'm Daquon Sugar, a.k.a. Brown Sugar.
I like it. Unfortunately, we're not going to be here for much longer. We got to start wrapping things up, people.
No.
Yes. I mean, it's the weekend. It's the freaking weekend, baby.
Time to party.
Was that the next lyric? I don't even know.
But I got no one to party with.
It's Easter Sunday. There's going to be eggs out there. Go find them.
There's
And
always
there's a bunny somewhere.
there's
And
always the couch and the TV.
All my friends have gone to Anime Boston, and I didn't.
that was this weekend?
Yep,
Oh, well, we have lives.
true. I guess. I wanted to go, but no one wanted to go with me.
Yeah, I can't judge too harshly because I go to steampunk conventions. And if that ever gets back to the people at work, I will probably never hear it or the end of it.
When I have no conventions to go to, I just go outside and look at the clouds.
That's healthy compared to the stuff that we do.
I just sit and talk to my stuffed animals.
That's not healthy.
How is it not
Wait,
healthy?
do they answer?
Sometimes.
That's definitely not
You
healthy.
could make a show like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood or something.
Something like that.
She could film it, and we'll see her on YouTube. It's Ponychan's playpen
What did you
with
say, itsy bitsy? Would you like some tea?
just an hour of Ponychan sitting there offering tea to her pink pony stuffed animals, and then she gets behind them and they have voices like, "No, I don't want tea. I've never wanted tea. I want whiskey. Bring me the hard stuff."
Strangely enough, I don't have any stuffed ponies.
That is kind of
You
strange.
could make stuffed ponies. Like the
Get a horse and put a paper towel dowel on its forehead.
the kid from Toy Story, the really scary kid.
Sid?
Sid.
Yes.
Oh, he
Sid,
made his
wait,
own toys.
Isn't that the same name as the girl from Nemo who would tap on the
Darla.
Oh, okay. Sid and Darla. They should date.
Wake up, fishy!
I think there's an age difference there, but yeah. All right, everyone, thank you so much for listening to this hour of the WKKL Talk Block. It's been great to have you here. We'll be back next week, Friday at 5 p.m. Same plucky host, possibly new guest, but this has been great. I hope to have you guys here again.
Yay.
This has been excellent. All right, I'm your friend Frosty.
And I'm DJ Ponychan.
And I'm Brown Sugar.
This has been 90.7 WKKL West Barnstable. Glad to have you, and we're out of here.
Bye-bye.
Live from the McKay Broadcast Center at Cape Cod Community College. This is commercial free. 90.7 WKKL. WKKL. West Barnstable, Hyannis. Cape Cod's commercial free alternative.